Hello everyone, welcome to this presentation about postgraduate scholarships for European students. The presentation will last about 30-35 minutes, and after the presentation we are going to open for Q&A session. Please do type your questions as I am presenting the information to you. I will only be able to see the questions at the end. If you're watching this presentation at a later date, your questions can be sent to us via email. The email is international@bournemouth.ac.uk. The email is international@bournemouth.ac.uk. What we are going to do today, I will present the information to you as it is on our website. I think it's important that you can find the information by yourself at a later stage because it's a lot of things to read, and I'll guide you through it, and then you know where things are. I will highlight the most important information, and you can ask for clarification during the Q&A or later on via email. So the first thing you do when you are looking for information about scholarships is you come to our website. So I'm here now on the home page that where most people will land, which is bournemouth.ac.uk. Once you get to this page, you need to come to this tab here, which is called Study. You click on that tab and it will bring up another set of menu. So what you're looking here is for postgraduate. Yeah, so because you're looking for postgraduate scholarships. Click on postgraduate and it brings again another set of menu. You are going to look for fees and fundings. That's where the information about scholarships are going to be. So fees and fundings here for you. If you scroll down under fees and fundings, you will see some important information that you should be reading about anyway, but today we are going to concentrate on scholarships. Click on scholarships, scroll down, because here you're going to have two different sets of information. You have scholarships for UK and EU students, and you have scholarship for international. International in this context means overseas students for fee purposes. So it's any student that don't belong to the European Union. In your case, and for the purpose of this session, we are looking at students from Europe. So that's where we are going to go. And voila, here we are. So it's a long way to get to this stage, but here is where you find us. You see, if you see the address bar over here, it helps guide you through the website and how to find the information. So it's study, postgraduate, fees and fundings, scholarship and bursaries, and then you get to UK and EU scholarships. There are quite a few scholarships. I will just scroll down here for you and you have an idea of the number of scholarships being offered at the moment. We have one scholarship which applies to everyone, every country, all courses at master's levels, which is the academic scholarship. Then we are going to go and see at a different category of scholarship, which are the faculty-specific scholarships. So you have a faculty of management, two for the faculty of management, three actually, one is the MBA. Then you have health and social sciences and faculty of communications. So those are the scholarships available. Also music scholarships and sports scholarships. We're not going to go into details about the last two because they are not academic. What happens is you apply for the scholarship by a deadline, which is the 31st of August, if you play music or if you play sports. And you will not know if you are successful until later in the year, until about, I would say, October, November. But so it's not a scholarship that you apply and you depend on it for your tuition fee. This is the amount you're going to receive is you will not know until much later, and whatever you receive is to be invested in music, so it's to help you practice music and to help you practice sports. So we'll be talking about the academic scholarships. These are the scholarships that will help you towards your tuition fee. Okay, I will start with the Academic Excellence Scholarship because when I talk about it, I will talk about entry requirements in detail, and you will notice that the entry requirement is the same for all other scholarships. So let's crack on with it. Okay, the academic scholarship, it is offered both for the January and the September intake every year. Now who can apply for it? Any UK or UE student applying for a full-time Touch postgraduate degree at BU. So you need to be on a master's program, it has to be taught on campus, and it has to be full-time. You cannot receive this scholarship if you are applying for a postgraduate diploma or distance learning. But applicants for PGD legal practice are eligible for this award. That's the only exception. You cannot receive this scholarship if you are applying for certain courses taught by the Faculty of Health and Social Sciences. Eligible students on MSc Public Health, MA Social Care, MA Social Work, and MSc Nutrition and Behavior will receive the award. You cannot be in receipt of any other scholarship apart from the academic one. The value of the scholarship is £2,000. This is a reduction on your tuition fee. So it's quite helpful for master's students to have this reduction on the tuition fee. There's no limit, yeah, so we can offer as many scholarships as possible to those students who meet the entry requirement. And you do not need to apply for the scholarship. All you need to do is to meet the requirement for the scholarship and be accepted on your course. So when do you know if you were successful or not? You apply for the master's program, you will receive an offer. If by the time you receive an offer, we know what your final grades are for your first degree back in your country, then we will let you know if you have been successful or not for the academic scholarship. So it's ongoing. Okay, so there's no specific deadline or timeline for you to know if you're successful. It's as your application for the master's course is assessed. What else is very important here for you to know are your grades. So to be eligible for this scholarship, you need to have a degree equivalent to a bachelor's degree in the UK, and your grade, your final GPA or your average grade must be equivalent to a 2-1 degree in the UK. So how would you know what that is? There is a document online that will list countries and the grades required for each country. I'll show you that quickly so you know where to find it. So once you are on the academic scholarship page, you scroll down and you will find a document here called Check Minimum Grade that is required for 2017-18. So let's open that document. I would like you to be familiar with it. So it's just a PDF document. It's very simple, easy to understand. So you have a list of countries here, and then next to it you have the grade that is necessary from that country. If your country is not listed here, you can always ask us for information. So that's what the document is. If your country is not listed, you just click here, contact the International Admissions team, and we will do some research and let you know what grade you need from your country. So that's the academic scholarship. It's a very simple process. It's not complicated. But please, if you have any questions, you can ask me at the Q&A session or email us at a later stage. So let's go back, and I will start talking to you about the faculty-specific scholarships. These scholarships, they are different. The entry requirement is still the same, So you're going to use the same chart I showed you earlier to find out if you are eligible or not. However, you need to apply. You need to submit an application, and you are going to compete with other students. There are a limited number of scholarships being offered as well. So we'll go and see one by one. Let's start with this one here, which is the Dean's Scholarship for the Faculty of Management. So it is offered for all students starting in September and in January, because we have January courses for management. Any UK or EU student applying for a full-time taught master's degree with, within the Faculty of Management and the Business School Department are eligible for this program. So you need to be in the Business School Department as well. So that will exclude any tourism, events, or sports master's program. Applicants for postgraduate diplomas cannot apply for this award. Yeah, only if you are on a full-time master's program. You can't be awarded the academic scholarship if you have been offered another scholarship by Bournemouth University. So usually you can only be offered one scholarship. So this is a 50% deduction on the tuition fee. Yeah, so it's a very good award, and as I said, there are limited number of scholarships. There's a limit on the number of scholarships we offer, and for this one it's 7. So we have a total of 7 scholarships that are going to be offered. And please note the deadline. If you haven't applied yet, you should start working on it straight away. The deadline to apply is the 31st of May, so it's the end of this month. If you are starting in September. Of course, if you are starting in January, you have a bit more time, which is 18th of November. How do you submit an application? All you need to do is to come the page of the scholarship, and I will show this process only once because it's the same for all other scholarships. So they will all have a button on the top right corner, and if you click on that button, it will take you to the application pages. So the first thing you're going to see is the guidelines. Okay, so it explains again what you need to do, and what I would like to highlight here for you is your academic personal statement specification. So when you are competing with other students, we are going to look at your grades, yeah, who has higher grades than other students, but this is not all that we consider. We are going to consider your general profile as a student, and in order to do that, we need to read your personal statement. And here are some very important topics that we expect you to be talking about on your personal statement. Your reasons for applying for the course at Bournemouth and how it will benefit you in the future. Your existing academic record and where you have achieved an exemplary standard in your studies. Proven level of English proficiency. Your professional experience to date and your career aspirations. How would you bring an exciting, valuable global perspective to your course at Bournemouth? Outstanding achievements in the face of adversity and personal achievements. What motivates you? What are the things that really, it's not about what motivated you to apply for the course, what motivates you to come to Bournemouth, and it's what are the things that really drives you, that makes you wake up early in the morning, what makes you tick, yeah? What are the things that keeps you motivated? Tell us about any service to the community or charitable work you've done, and finally, your intentions upon returning to your home country. So we would like you guys to write about all this, and that will build your profile for us, and that will help us make a decision when selecting the successful candidates for the scholarship. Take time to write the personal statement. Don't rush it. There is a word limit. I would keep it at 300 to 400 words, no more than that. Don't make it too long. Don't be repetitive. So be really careful when you write a personal statement. Once that's done, then you can progress with application. Just click on the Start Your Application button. That will take you to a form, and that's how you do it. Yeah, so it's very simple. So you're going to be asked about some personal information here, and so you need to apply for the master's courses before you fill out this form, because you're going to be asked for an applicant student ID. So you need to apply for the master's and then apply for the scholarship. You don't need to wait until you have an offer, or if you're or wait for your conditional offer to become unconditional. As long as you apply and you have a student ID, you can fill out the application form for the scholarship. The UCAS reference is not relevant for postgraduate students, therefore it's not compulsory that you answer this question. And then finally, the scholarship you are applying for. Okay, then you are going to click on Next. I won't be able to move forward because I haven't replied to any of these questions, but on the next page you will have the chance to write your personal statement, just for you to have an idea of how simple this whole process actually is. So I will not show this again because it's going to be the same for all other scholarships. So that's the Faculty of Management Executive Dean's Scholarship. Another scholarship offered by the Faculty of Management, it's another Executive Dean's, but this one is specific for the Department of Tourism and Hospitality. So there are 5 awards of 50% tuition fee reduction. It's also offered for September and January intakes. You need to be a full-time master's applicant in any of the tourism and hospitality master's degree programs. If you applied for a postgraduate diploma, PG-DIP, you do not qualify, and you cannot receive any other scholarship as well as this one. You don't need to fill in the application form, which I have just showed you. Write the personal statement following the same criteria. The deadline is also the 31st of May for students starting in September, and 18th of November for students starting in January. The grade requirement is the same. Okay, so it's an equivalent to an upper second class degree. So you are going to use the same chart I showed you when you were talking about the academic scholarship. If your country is not listed there, all you have to do is to email us and request that information. So it's going to be quite quick from now on because the process is very similar between the scholarships. The last scholarship offered by the Faculty of Management is the MBA scholarship. So the deadline to apply is also the 31st of May. You must be doing the MBA program, of course, to apply for this scholarship. And that's the only scholarship you can apply for. You can be awarded. You cannot be awarded a second scholarship as well as this one. The value of the scholarship is 50% discount, and there are 5 of those being offered at the moment. The entry requirement is the same, is equivalent to a 2-1 degree in the UK. So consult the chart to find out what you need from your country. If it's not there, you are going to email us and request information. So you can just click here on this link and email the International Admissions team. The application process is the same. The personal statement requirement is also the same. So that's the and scholarship option for those applying for the MBA program at Bournemouth University. Health and Social Sciences also offer a Executive Dean's Scholarship. And here it is. I'm sorry for the light. We'll just bring it up. So it's another 50% reduction scholarship. There are 3 of those being offered by the Faculty of Health and Social Sciences, and you do need to fill in the application form. The deadline is 31st of May 2017. Any applicant for the Faculty of Health and Social Sciences can apply for this scholarship. Okay, it's only offered for September because we don't have a cohort for the health and social sciences courses start in January. Application process is the same, so is the personal statement requirement and the grade required as well. The Dean's Faculty of Media and Communications. There you go. So you have 4 of those for the Faculty of Media and Communications. You need to be on a full-time media master's degree. It needs to be taught on campus. It cannot be taught online or distance learning. If you are applying for a postgraduate diploma in the Faculty of Media and Communications, you are not eligible for this scholarship. Deadline to apply is 31st of May. Just remind you, you don't need to have an offer or not even unconditional offer to apply. All you need is to have applied for the course, have your applicant number, and then you can apply for the scholarship. Yeah, just follow the same process I showed you earlier about the application process and you are good. So that is Media and Communications. So those are, in summary, all the scholarships we have for EU students. I think everybody is going to be considered for the academic scholarship. If you met the grade requirement, you will know soon enough if you were awarded this scholarship or not. All the other ones you need to apply for. They are 50% tuition fee reduction. The number varies according to the scholarship, but they are between 4 and 6 awards per scholarship. Apply by the deadline 31st of May. When will you know if you are successful? So 31st of May is the last date we have to accept applications. Then we are going to spend the first 2 weeks of June reading through all the applications, receiving, selecting, ranking, now everybody. And we hope that by the 3rd week of June, we are going to start notifying the successful candidates. Even if you are not successful, you should receive communications from us by the end of June. We prioritize communicating with the successful candidates first because those candidates, they need to accept the scholarship offer. Some people by then would have changed their plans, so they'll say, thank you, but I'm not coming to Bournemouth this year. So we can use that scholarship and offer it to another student. So by the end of June, you should all have been contacted with the outcome of the selection process. Before I open to Q&A, I would like just to go back, in case somebody joined us later on during the presentation, go back to the path you have to follow to find the information about the scholarships. So you land on the home page, bournemouth.ac.uk. You go to the tab called Study. Once you click on that tab, you are going to get to this other page with a selection of other options for you to follow. So you are a postgraduate student, you click on postgraduate. On the postgraduate tab, you will see an option called Fees and Funding right here on the top of the page. Click on that, Fees and Fundings. Scroll down the page. Take your time to read about all the other things here because they are relevant to you. But now I want to show you where the scholarship information is. So it's over here. Click on that link. It will bring you to scholarships and bursary information. Scroll down a little bit and then it is UK and EU student scholarships. Click on that and you get to this page with all the information you will need to learn about the scholarships and what processes you have to follow. So this is what I had to show you before we go into your questions. If you are watching the recording of this presentation, so you are not participating on the Q&A, but you can email us any questions you have after you have watched the video and read the information on the website. So after you've done all that, if you have further questions, you can email international@bournemouth.ac.uk. I will repeat that. It's international@bournemouth.ac.uk. You've done that, and then we will come back to you with answers. But thank you guys for watching the presentation, and I hope to see you all here in September.